We spent a few days in Istanbul, the only city in the world that sits between two continents and our first time ever visiting Turkey. Over the next few days, we'll admire mosques, mosaics, and minarets. We'll wander through bazaars, cross the Bosphorus, hear the call to prayer echo through the city, and most importantly, eat our way through all of it. So join us for 5 days in Istanbul. Let's begin. We arrived quite late at night and took a private transfer straight to our hotel. After checking in, we headed out for a quick walk to sort out a SIM card and get some cash. Both ended up being a bit more complicated than expected.
No es tan fácil sacar efectivo, así que traigan efectivo y lo cambian en una casa de cambio.
Y compren su eSIM antes de llegar a Turquía.
So instead, we settled for a late night snack and called it a day.
Son las 11 y cacho de la noche, tenemos sueño, estamos muy cansados. Fue un viaje bastante largo.
Adiós.
Ahora sí ya inicia oficialmente nuestro primer día en Estambul. Aún no tenemos todo listo, tenemos que ir por unas SIM cards.
Outfit check.
Please take your card from return tray below.
After finally getting a SIM card and an Istanbul card for public transport, we took the tram from Beyoğlu to Sultanahmet.
Hoy estamos aquí en el barrio de Sultanahmet y vamos a visitar la primera atracción, que es la Hagia Sophia.
We couldn't resist grabbing a simit for breakfast.
Dice queso.
Our first stop was Hagia Sophia, a structure that has stood here for over 1500 years, and somehow it's still under construction. And right next to it sits another one of Istanbul's most iconic landmarks, the Blue Mosque. Even with parts of it covered up, it's impossible not to be impressed by its scale and history. Ya salimos de ver la Hagia Sophia, está muy bonita, muy impresionante. Y estamos pensando si vamos a ver ahorita la mezquita sur o si vamos a la cisterna de la basílica, porque acaba de ser el rezo. Oímos al salir de la Hagia Sophia.
Estoy investigando aquí los horarios del rezo para saber si la Blue Mosque ya está abierta. Estamos adentro, está muy padre.
After making one of the most important decisions of the day, where to have lunch, we spent some time observing Istanbul's wildlife in its natural habitat. A short walk later, and we were finally on our way to eat.
Ya vamos a la mitad de nuestro tour cultural del día de hoy. De aquí nos vamos a ir a la Basilica Cistern. Teníamos hambre, así que decidimos comer primero.
Along the way, we spotted an exchange office and decided to get some Turkish lira. Now armed with a stack of bills, we were ready to spend them.
Vamos a caminar hacia la Basilica Cistern.
Todo en este vecindario está muy cercano.
Sí, todo está caminable. Hola.
No hemos enseñado los billetes. Este es el de 10. Este es el de 50. Y este es el de 100. Todos tienen a esta persona.
Yes.
Later in the day, we made the walk from Sultanahmet to Karaköy. This ended up being one of our favorite walks in the city, with some of the most iconic views of Istanbul unfolding around us. We wanted to have afternoon tea, so we stopped at a cafe near the water. We ordered Turkish coffee and one of our favorite desserts ever, baklava.
Escogimos nuestro postre y tenemos que esperar a que nos dé hambre para nuestra siguiente comida.
Vamos a caminar y caminar y caminar hasta que nos dé hambre y vamos a ver el sunset.
Tenemos que hacer 20.000 pasos. Llegamos aquí al punto principal para ver el atardecer. Hay mucha gente.
As the sun began setting over the Bosphorus, we made our way towards our final stop of the day, dinner.
Danke. Gracias, gracias. Ahí está el durum.
With such a busy day yesterday, we wanted to take things a bit slower today. Our first order of business, a traditional Turkish breakfast. One thing we love about Turkish breakfast is how the table always ends up completely covered in little plates.
Regresamos al hotel y ya estamos listos para salir otra vez. ¿A dónde vamos?
Vamos a ir al Grand Bazaar y al Bazar de las Especias. We decided to walk towards our first stop, the Spice Bazaar. That meant crossing the Galata Bridge once again.
Está muy bonito, está muy soleado.
You could easily spend a long time just watching everything happening around you here. The fishermen, the ferries, the constant movement of people. We were starting to realize that this bridge brings together everything that makes Istanbul feel like Istanbul. We weren't really looking to buy anything in particular. We mostly just wanted to wander through the mix of sounds, colors, and smells. That being said, we still ended up spending some money.
¿Qué compramos?
Nos compramos unas delicias turcas muy buenas, nos forzaron, nos obligaron a comprarlas, pero están buenas. Ya recorrimos el primer bazar, bueno, el bazar de las especias, y ahora vamos a ir al Gran Bazar. Ahí venimos con nuestras delicias turcas.
The bazaar and the surrounding streets are packed with shops and businesses. And while the bazaars are impressive, it kind of feels like the entire neighborhood is the bazaar. Eventually, we needed a sweet break, so we found a place to sit down and try some of the Turkish delight we had just bought.
Es como malvavisco, siento.
Yo no.
Later in the afternoon, we walked up towards the Süleymaniye Mosque.
Se ve muy bonito. No nos esperábamos esta vista.
From there, the views over the Bosphorus opened up in a way that made us realize just how massive Istanbul really is. With the sun going down, we wanted to increase our step count and walk all the way back towards the Galata Tower area where we'd have dinner.
Vamos a probar nuestro pide de suco.
¿Sarko?
Claro, comunica la salchicha.
We started the day back in Sultanahmet, this time visiting Topkapi Palace, an opulent residence of the Ottoman sultans and their harem. It's hard to describe just how big it is. You can easily spend hours just walking through it. And we did. By the time we left, we were pretty hungry, so we grabbed another simit and a cinnamon roll from a street vendor before heading back towards Güllüoğlu for lunch.
Ya comimos algo muy bueno, estamos aquí en este barrio que se llama, aquí lo pondremos.
Muchos restaurantes y bares y está muy vivo en general.
Vamos a ir ahora por un postrecito, teníamos mucha hambre.
At this point, we were fully in baklava comparison mode. And out here, they don't make it easy for you to miss it, so we were constantly trying different places and pretending we could tell which one was the best.
¿Qué tal está? ¿Sí? Ay, estoy muy emocionado.
Ya nos comimos nuestra baklava aquí en un lugar que se llama Safa. Compramos una variedad de sabores, más bien de formas, que todas tienen lo mismo.
After that, we just decided to walk through Taksim and Istiklal Avenue and go with the flow of it. Later in the day, we made our way back towards the Galata Tower area for another coffee, and finally tried something we'd been seeing everywhere: San Sebastian cheesecake.
Es esencialmente un cheesecake vasco con chocolate derramado.
Aquí en esta zona hay muchos lugares que venden cheesecakes, pero este es el más popular y estamos justo enfrente de la torre de Galata.
Sí, está rico. Siento que el cheesecake sí está en su punto perfecto entre cocinado y como natilla.
Vamos a ir a nuestro hotel a descansar, el cual está justo ahí, ese edificio que se ve. No, ya estábamos en la puerta del hotel y nos arrepentimos y nos vinimos a caminar porque vimos un crucero que se veía enorme.
Una cosa llevó a la otra y ahora estamos aquí a punto de subirnos al crucero.
Ajá, haciendo el crucero por el Mediterráneo.
Es como una quesadilla sin queso. Así. Sí, mira.
Es el tercer día aquí en Estambul.
We used our Istanbul card to take the ferry over to the Asian side. And the short ride already felt like a shift. The Asian side is often described as less touristy and more local, and we wanted to see if that actually felt true.
Ya casi llegamos. 5 minutos más.
Estuvo muy divertido el paseo en bote y muy barato. Nos despeinamos porque hacía mucho viento. Ahora vamos a ir a desayunar algo.
Y hacía mucho frío también. Bueno, el viento estaba frío. Pero ya aquí en Asia ya está calientito.
We wanted to wander through the food market in Kadıköy, but at some point we just decided to turn the whole day into a food day. We tried different snacks, walked through the stalls, and slowly made our way into Moda.
Ya llegamos a Moda.
Since it had basically become a food tour, we went for something that had been on our list for a while: Sikh kofta. Small spiced bulgur bites. The place we found served it almost like sushi, which we definitely didn't expect.
Hasta nos dieron palillos. Pablo va a probar uno. A ver, pruébalo.
Este es el sushi turco. Ahora voy a probar este que tiene una salsa de yogurt y ajo. También nos dieron aquí una selección de pepinillos y de encurtidos. Veamos.
¿Sí?
Está bastante rico. Muy especiado. Buena palabra.
Later, we stopped for ice cream at a historic shop. while we were there, it suddenly started raining heavily. We ended up stuck there for a while, just watching the rain fall over the street. Once it cleared, we made our way back to the ferry.
Ya estamos en el puerto de Kadıköy para regresarnos a Karaköy.
Vamos a otra parte.
Vamos a la otra parte.
Este bote está más grande. Justo a la hora del atardecer. Se ve muy bonito. Y hay menos gente en este bote. Nos vamos a ir a Karaköy.
Back on the other side, we continued the food tour in Balat, where we tried manti, Turkish dumplings served with yogurt and chili sauce.
Aquí una variedad de mantis, unos fritos, unos normales estilo Kayseri.
Está relleno de carne.
¿Sí?
Probablemente es carne de lamb.
After that, we wandered through the colorful streets of the neighborhood for a bit.
Llegamos aquí a las escaleras de colores. Según es un sitio muy popular, pero no hay nadie. Eso es porque es muy noche. Iremos a un lugar muy padre de baklavas, porque siempre se puede comer más.
And of course, since it was still officially a food tour day, we used it as an excuse to try one more baklava place before heading back.
Ya aquí terminamos el día de hoy el recorrido. Esas son las últimas baklavas de hoy. Mañana habrá más. Y aún no se acaba, nos queda un día más mañana.
Es nuestro último día en Estambul.
Vamos a ir a comer.
Pedí una calabacita rellena de pollo, creo le entendí. Y esto es bulgur, estos son frijoles, edamames, lentejas. Esta es una ensalada de col, esto no sé, pero me parece que es como couscous. Y esta es una ensalada de zanahoria.
Nuestra última comida, no postre, última comida aquí en Estambul.
Looking back at our time in Istanbul, we were surprised by how much we ended up doing. The places we saw, the meals we tried, and how quickly we got used to the rhythm of the city. It was our first time in Turkey, and it's always exciting getting to discover a new country. 5 days isn't enough to really know a city like Istanbul, but it is enough to start understanding its rhythm. Thank you for watching this video all the way to the end. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. It will make us so happy.